E3 here was just happily crying, which is good to do. So crying could be, it's like a gateway. It could be a gateway to let more love in and out, or another way of saying that, you could let in more authenticity in. We could let it out. Also, crying could be kind of like, it could go deep into that in a negative way. So it's good to just be present with it, which I'm doing now. So this is an interesting video. It's a My Unique Holy Tri-State Relationship video. So Great Spirit gave me the 11 foundational principles several years ago, and I've been a master at running away from them for many years, but now there's more and more integration with them and living the 11 foundational principles to the best of my ability. So the 11 foundational principles are not something I learned from someone else. They're just something that Spirit showed me. They are energetic and psychological tools to help you connect with and express from your, what I call your unique vibration, which you could say that's your soul, but like when you're doing something you love, when you're in your element and you feel that vibration of who you are, I call that my unique vibration. And when you are in that state for consecutive moments, and that's another interesting thing to explore, how long is a moment? I'm pretty sure it's less than 1 second. I don't know the exact amount of time, but pretty sure it's less than 1 second. So when you string together consecutive moments of feeling your unique vibration, it activates your unique flow state. And that's different for each person, what their unique vibration is and what their unique flow state is. And then also we each have a unique life purpose, unlike anyone else's life purpose in all of existence ever. I guess unless you believe in parallel dimensions, but even so, I believe there is a uniqueness in your life purpose in this moment. So those three together are called my unique holy tri-state, my unique vibration, my unique flow state, and my unique life purpose. And these are, I think, the three most important things to know. Well, some of the three most important things to know about ourselves, because we want everything to serve our unique holy tri-state, which again is our unique vibration, our unique flow state, and our unique life purpose. We want anything we do or don't do to support that unique holy tri-state, because that's who we are. We can't change it. Can't change our unique vibration. We could change the tools we use or how we express it, but our unique vibration, it's there. It's there all the time. And so those are the first three foundational principles: your unique vibration, your unique flow state, which is fun, and your unique life purpose, which is how you share your unique vibration and your unique flow state with the world, or even just with one person who you're with today, or even a plant. Or it's basically how you express the inner to the outer. So those are the first three foundational principles. The fourth foundational principle is awareness of and consciously using the passive machine mind, the active machine mind, and the living mind. So the passive machine mind is, you could say that's the ego, but ego is somewhat vague. Passive machine mind, for me, it's those, basically, you could look at it in two ways. You could say the cause of the passive machine mind is when we are disconnected from our unique vibration, and then the passive machine mind appears with thoughts, images, sounds, and feelings that are not in alignment with who we are. You could also say that when the passive machine mind is filling up our consciousness, then it blocks off the expression of our unique vibration, our unique flow state, and our unique life purpose. There's so much to talk about and write about, and I want to once I'm able to. I'm still in the hospital, and I don't have the energy to make a video book. It takes several hours. So I'm just making these mini videos. But yeah, there's so much to talk about. Even the passive machine mind, it's not necessarily a bad thing. If we consciously program it, then it's those thoughts, feelings, images, and sounds that we have programmed into our consciousness, and then they come up into our consciousness even without our voluntary consent, you could say. And that's better than negative thoughts, feelings, sounds, and images coming up to our consciousness involuntarily, but it's still somewhat limiting, the passive machine mind. So just for practical purposes, we'll say the passive machine mind is not the most beneficial thing for our unique vibration, flow state, and life purpose. So the active machine mind is when we consciously put a thought, a sound, a feeling, or an image into our consciousness. And then the idea of the active machine mind is to awaken the living mind. So, for example, and there's so much to talk about, but there's also a passive machine body, like when our body, like if people pick their nails or they scratch certain parts of their body when they have certain feelings or thoughts, or something happens in their environment and they resort to certain physical habits. For example, an extreme example would be a drug addict. That's the passive machine mind and the passive machine body. But the living mind is when we are in our unique vibration, we're in our unique flow state by default of being in our unique vibration for consecutive moments, and then we are automatically living our unique life purpose. Because you could say in the simplest terms, our life purpose is to feel our unique vibration. Another name for that is happiness or presence. We are living our life purpose, and we are in our unique flow state as much as possible while honoring the passive machine mind, because everyone has a passive machine mind. I believe, even if we're fully integrated, we have a passive machine mind, but it's in service of our unique vibration, our unique flow state, and our unique life purpose. So, the fifth foundational principle is starting now, success now, feeling one's unique vibration now, acceptance of what is now, doing one's best now, just as we are, and many other elements, but that's the essence of the fifth foundational principle. The sixth foundational principle is the My Truths Declaration. So this is basically, it's a few different things. One is looking at the past and seeing what has worked for you in your diet, in your relationships, in your exercise routine, and in anything. What has worked? And that you don't have to ask anyone that it's worked or not. You know, that's your truth. And then looking at the present, what's happening right now in your subjective reality, and what's true for you? What is your intuition telling you now? And then you could say the third aspect is looking in the future. What dreams have you had since you were a child and that you still have now? Dreams in your heart of things you'd like to create and manifest and do in this lifetime. And these things can change, but it's important to know, and I think it's important to declare, even if it's just to yourself, declare your My Truths declaration, because it's a helpful piece of information to have. And like I said, it's malleable. It's not like it can evolve, but there is an underlying essence to the Your Truths or the My Truths declaration. Okay, so there's more to it, but foundational principle number 7, asking oneself, what do I have control over? And also related to that, in foundational principle number 7, is doing one's best to only allow energies in that support your unique holy tri-state, which, if you forgot, that means your unique vibration, your unique flow state, and your unique life purpose. So foundational principle number 7 is about asking yourself, what do I have control over? And letting go of those energies that you don't have control over, and feeding the energies that you do have control over. Foundational principle number 8, and these are all related, they're all expressions of the same principle, you could say. Foundational principle number 8 is having awareness of what activates your unique holy tri-state, which is your unique vibration, flow state, and life purpose, and what blocks your unique holy tri-state. Foundational principle number 9 is focus jumping. Focus jumping is something that happens all the time. Now, this can be supportive of your unique vibration, or it can block your unique vibration. So each moment is new, and each moment we have an opportunity to focus on something. So you could say we're always focus jumping. And also related to focus jumping is basically if you have the ability to focus jump consciously, shift your awareness from one thing to the next, that means kind of by default you have the ability to focus, to just focus on something, if that makes sense. So, and also, if you consciously focus jump, it can activate your unique flow state and your unique life purpose. You could say it's multitasking, but it's a little bit different. It's more, it's done consciously. Often multitasking is unconscious. Not always, but, and there's also focus layering. For example, this is something I used to love to do. I would go into a really intense yoga posture, safely, but while in the yoga posture, focus on the breathing and focus on praying for myself and or someone else. So that's a way of layering your ability to focus. And I've found that this can awaken my unique holy tri-state. Foundational principle number 10 is the 5 energies. These 5 energies are here every moment, available to every single person, unless they have some sort of like extreme traumatic body issue or mental issue or something. Otherwise, these energies are available to each of us every moment. The body energy, the breath energy, one of the 3 minds that I spoke about in foundational principle number 4, which are the passive machine mind, the active machine mind, and the living mind. So the body, the breath, one of the 3 minds. Body, breath, one of the 3 minds. And the 4th energy is of the stillness or letting go or receptivity energy. And the 5th energy is the mystery, or you could say the creativity. So these 5 energies are here available every single moment, and they can be used consciously. They can consciously fill up the space in your consciousness, or they can unconsciously fill up the space. So for example, almost like, well, here's one example. When there's a vacuum, if you've ever vacuumed and it's loud, sometimes it's hard to think. And then as soon as you turn the vacuum off, it's a little bit easier. So that's one example. Also, if you've ever been in an extreme physical situation, it can be a little bit harder to think also. And then also the passive machine mind can be calmed. Like if you're doing, 20 pull-ups, or if you can do that, 20 pull-ups, the passive machine mind often calms. So usually there's at least one energy that's filling up our consciousness. And awareness of which of these energies are filling up your consciousness is helpful, because sometimes we can get too stuck in the passive machine mind or the active machine mind. Sometimes, I guess, even the living mind, we could get stuck in that too much, and we want to come back into the active machine mind. Or sometimes we want to do shadow work, and we want to go into the passive machine mind and explore those energies. The 11th foundational principle is the 5 minutes of surrender. Now, this could be 5 minutes, it could be 5 seconds, could be 10 minutes. Usually it's not super long, but basically, how long does it take you personally to get into your unique flow state? Often we kind of have to feel the passive machine mind, feel a little bit of resistance, be in that resistance, be a little bit uncomfortable, and then it activates our unique vibration and our unique flow state and our unique life purpose. And this is very unique to each individual, the 5 minutes of surrender. Spirit just told me 5 minutes. It's kind of a generic number, but so those are the 11 foundational principles in a nutshell, because there are bigger nutshells and books waiting to come. But yeah, back to the root of this video, the my unique holy tri-state relationship that I am envisioning, and actually I am living it right now, even though I'm in the hospital, even though I just had head surgeries recently and I have my abdomen on my head. I am living my unique holy tri-state relationship. Now, this woman, wherever she is, she's living her unique holy tri-state. I'm living mine. We are both whole and complete. We are each connected to Great Spirit in our own unique way. And when we come together at the perfect godly time, in the most perfect godly way, each of us will still be connected to our unique holy tri-state, coming together to create a third unique holy tri-state, where there's a unique vibration of the relationship that we're each nourishing in our own way. There's a unique flow state, and there's a unique purpose to our relationship. So it's kind of a paradox where, I don't think about it a lot, but making this video, it's a practice. Not because I want to or don't want to, but occasionally my intuition calls me. I make a video to document the journey from where I'm at now to when I meet on the 3D level my unique holy tri-state partner's body, and her energy is there. But for now, we actually are connected, and it's kind of a paradox because I don't care if it happens in a day, a week, a month, or never at all, which might seem to contradict what I just said about manifesting that relationship, but that's part of the unique vibration. It's a mystery. It's like that intuition that we all feel, that we know we should follow because it feels right in our heart, but we don't know exactly where it will lead. So, and there are also, you could have many unique holy tri-state relationships. Ideally, you would have many with friends, with Great Spirit. Sorry, the nurse is knocking at the door.
You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did put in a console so they could come talk to you about the paperwork we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I don't know when they'll come by, but they should.
Thank you.
No problem.
That was my nurse talking about the doctor coming in eventually. So, yeah, I'm grateful that there have been many years of not feeling confident for many reasons to attract my unique holy tri-state relationship. It's kind of a paradox because I've never had such intense pain. It's possible that there's a tumor regrowth. I just found out today from recent MRIs of the brain cancer. There's so much inflammation which showed up on the MRI. Many unknowns. But I feel the most ready, the most confident, the most in alignment with my unique holy tri-state partner in this moment. And then that's about all I have to say about that. And just letting go and doing other things. So thanks for viewing this video and wishing you well.